Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Boruto episode 240. So, last time we had a weird vision of Boruto where he, passed out and seems like he fell in the water and was saved, but then apparently didn't, and it was all in his head or something, but Boruto still feels like he believes it. A very weird thing. It's definitely coming back. I just don't know how it's coming back. We have Ikada, the shipbuilder, showing up, who definitely seems like he is a member of the Funado tribe. Whether he knows it or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, we learned that the fortress sunk, which was crazy because I thought it severed a lot of damages, or it had a lot of severe damages. I should say it that way. Uh, and I just didn't think it was enough for it to actually sink. So that's pretty crazy. But now we have Boruto and Ikada off to like this, I guess, like a factory or a place where they make the parts that they need to fix the boat and everything. They're bombing around on Ikada's little first ship that he made. So pretty cool stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing more. I like this new character. I hope he doesn't turn out to be like secretly evil or something, but I don't get those vibes at all. Even though he seems like he might be a Funado member, I think it might be something where he doesn't know that he is, or something like that. But yeah, let's get started, shall we? We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. What? Water. I almost tried to talk and it almost went down the wrong windpipe. That would have been bad. I would have been coughing the whole damn video. Don't fall in again! Yeah, you wouldn't want to fall in. Yeah, this. Like before. Can he use, like, chakra to secure himself to the bottom of the boat? Kind of like how they walk up trees. But I guess that uses chakra and concentration, which maybe he doesn't want to waste chakra, and maybe he doesn't have the concentration with this going on right now. Hmm. Alright. Pretty crazy. It reminds me of when me and my dad went out in our smaller boat a long time ago that wasn't the size that you normally take in the ocean, and we got kind of near a like whale watching boat or something like that, where it's not a cruise ship size, but it's pretty big still, and we hit its wake, right? And boats give off wake. If you don't know, I know there's some people in the world that haven't been in boats and stuff like that, but as a boat goes, the wake goes out. The bigger the boat, typically the bigger the waves it makes, essentially. And we hit the wake of this whale watching boat, and we were going like pretty fast, so we like cut right through it for the most part, and just a giant wave came over the front. And like being in the ocean and seeing a shit ton of water come over, obviously wasn't enough to like capsize us or anything, but it was still pretty scary. It was a crazy thing. There's been a couple times where we've tried to go out the mouth of the ocean to get out into the ocean, and that's usually a really choppy part if you don't go at the right time. And we've had waves go over, and like the front end almost looks like it's going like under the water sometimes, and it's like, oh shit. Ah. Hmm. Nice. Family. Bringing that up. The girl that was with them, maybe. So he knows who his family is. I bet she is. Alright, so he knows his family. Nice. Okay, so he lied before. He really was following him. Nice. The Mizukage going to the front lines. He doesn't have its weapon either, right? Kagura has it. I mean, obviously, he has other means of fighting. Hmm. Uh-oh. He took a look at it, right? Ugh. Alright, I'm not worried anymore. Is this normal sea travel, though? Oh, it's rocking. That was really trippy. I just saw, like, I saw the top down of the boat, and then, like, the little square, like, overhead they have there above the wheel. And it was just wiggling, but the bottom of the boat didn't seem to be, but that's because it was just, like, rocking. Oh, shit. They're gonna save some, like, Funado guy or something. Hmm. Oh, shit. Alright. Of course we gotta go save the guy. Pretty cool animation on the ocean and them going through it and everything. Not something I see a lot of like a small boat going through really rough waters. That is a crazy... Jeez. That looked a little wonky. The sea looked really good, but the boat just kind of like wiggling through it looked a little looked a little weird. It didn't look like it fit the way the sea was drawn. Stuck out so much. Come on, guy. Alright, well. Oh, when he's in the water, is his fingers webbed? Huh, interesting. Pull him in! Hmm. So he really did fall in? Huh. Of course not. He is. Ugh, I feel like it'd be hard to do that finger movement he just did with webbed fingers. Uh-oh. They are close to a whirlpool. Get out of there! Was that the commercials? Alright. Are they getting away? Can you, like, Boruto stream and give him a push? Oh shit, that's a big wave. Jesus. Well, that's not good. Boruto! Yes. A chain of shadow clones grab onto each other. He just showed how good he was at swimming. What's falling in the water like got him so worried about? Maybe like the impact would have hurt. And maybe he would have got lost at like the speed there. He would have got sucked into the whirlpool, right? Nice. Alright, let's go, baby. Maximum effort. Boruto's holding on to the guy. That's good. I was wondering about the guy in this situation. Is that debris? Holy shit! Nice. This is random debris out in the ocean. They're still so close to it! Oh my god, they got so much air! Hopefully it doesn't break. Okay. And then it's just calm. Whew. Well, hopefully whatever that rough water was isn't like that on the way back. Because they have to get back now, too. So some shinobi here, that's good. I was worried about the state of this island. Yeah. Hmm. Reason to leave. Yeah, I don't think he really liked what his family was doing. I want to talk more about his family, though. Nice. Sometimes it really helps to, like, see someone that cares about something so much to get you invested in the same thing, too, right? Nice. It's crazy that this parts factory is still running with the nation being under attack. Uh-oh. Is this the same island or a different one? Are they gonna have to chase down the parts? Alright. Is that the sister? Okay, they got the part no problem and got back no problem. Alright. Took you long enough. He's got a cool voice. You do it. Hey. Get that hands-on training. Nice. Interesting design where he has like this jacket on with one arm in, one arm out. Very nice. I wonder how hard it is to fix the exterior. Alright. Ooh. Is this them taking off or... Oh, nope. Okay, never mind. Is this Seiren? Island of Traders. It is. Shit. Obviously means Ikada, right? Okay, well, that answered my family questions. Yeah. Oh, and she even said it. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I was gonna say I wanted to leave open the possibility that the sister they were talking about was like could have been maybe he has like a either adoptive family that he had a sister, or maybe the mother has nothing to do with Arami, right? And he had like a different like a sister that wasn't tied to the Arami part of the family kind of thing. But obviously by the end of the episode none of that's true, because I'm pretty sure the sister Ikada was talking about was Seiren, and now we have Seiren going to find Ikada, so not good. We're gonna have to deal with it's gonna be, I bet it's gonna be one of those moments where she is like, hey, your family needs you, you need to come back, and try to like tempt him to come back and maybe like guilt trip him with like, this is your family, yada yada, like these guys aren't your family. And we're gonna have that moment where he looks at like Boss Kajiki and Boruto and stuff and has to make that choice, and then maybe they end up having to fight her in order for him to stay, kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, we learned that he was born on the sea, which makes sense if he was, born to pirates and stuff. But alrighty, guys, that is it for episode 240. But yeah, I mean, I guess during the outro I kind of covered a lot of that stuff. I have like written down like born on the sea, knows his family, and everything, talking about sister. So I guess all those notes aren't really needed. But yeah, interesting stuff. I mean, obviously it's not like big shocker, because the second you see what he looks like, you know, and that's definitely intentional. They could have made him look like, I don't know, maybe like a half sibling or something like that, where he could have looked different and kept it a surprise, but it's fine. I don't think it needed to be a surprise. That's the thing, is not everything needs to be like a grand mystery that needs to be figured out. So I'm fine with the way that they handled it. We did find out that Mitsuki was in fact observing Kawaki. I talked about that in the last episode, where I thought it was kind of weird that they had that moment of Mitsuki following Kawaki and Kawaki be like, go away, and Mitsuki being like, oh, this is just the way I'm going, man. But it really was him observing. So I wonder if anything will come of that. It seems like he stopped, but Mitsuki finds him intriguing, and we had that little moment here. So I wonder if there will be anything more to that, or is that it? Is it just like, hey, Mitsuki finds him interesting, maybe he like relates in a way to him being sort of like an outcast to this village a little bit? But either way, interesting stuff. But Ikada does have the webbed fingers, so maybe it's like, obviously they're like water shinobi, right? Arami and well, maybe shinobi isn't the wrong. I don't know what to consider them. Maybe they're just rogue ninja kind of thing, because they seem to have like ninjutsu using water and stuff like that, right? But they're obviously not ninjas working for like a country or whatever. But either way, it seems like he inherited some powers from his family, seemingly, with the webbed fingers, and he was like, so Boruto really did fall in. I guess that was a little confusing, maybe as a subtitle issue too. It very well could be, because sometimes translation doesn't come through as effectively as it could be. But I felt like the way it implied when Boruto fell in was that when he woke up, everyone there said that he just passed out. And the way they said that made it sound like people saw him just pass out. But that must not have been the case, because if Ikada's the one that saved him, got him back on board, which I'm also not sure how he got him back on board the ship. Like, how did he get from the water onto the ship? He's not like a shinobi that can just like jump out of the water, unless he can swim upwards so fast he can like dolphin out of the water and up onto the ship. I don't know. But he somehow got onto the ship while carrying Boruto up there. And but yeah, the way the characters said like, oh no, you didn't fall in, you just passed out, kind of thing. And wouldn't he be soaking wet? Wouldn't they know? Like, so I guess like, I don't know. Is it one of those things where I'm just supposed to like let it slide because it's an anime and it's a filler story, so maybe they just didn't think it through? Or is there something that I'm missing? Which is very possible that there's something that I'm missing, but yeah, you'd think if he actually did fall in, he'd be soaked, right? And then also, just the way they talked confused me a little bit, which is why I was a little confused this episode when we found out that he really did fall in. So it's like, okay, so no, you guys just made the assumption that he passed out. You didn't know for sure that he passed out. So they're the fools for dismissing Boruto saying he did fall in, if they didn't see the full situation. But anyway, I guess, honestly, I don't have like a whole ton to discuss for this episode. Like, I liked the effect of the waves and everything. I thought that was pretty cool, with seeing the water in rough water with a small boat and everything. Like, I've definitely seen water. I've definitely seen rough storms in some anime, but I feel like I don't see it very often. So it was a cool experience to have I like that they stopped to save the guy. Obviously, Boruto isn't gonna just let someone go, but it just shows a little bit of Ikada too, where Ikada was willing to. I mean, I'm sure it's not something Ikada wanted to do, but he wasn't about to take the risk of traversing closer to this whirlpool, and he knows how rough and dangerous the sea is, whereas Boruto's a little more naive to it. But it also could be his upbringing and the family, like his original family and everything, where he might not care as much about individuals as Boruto does. So that was kind of interesting. But yeah, there were only a couple shots that didn't really do it for me, where we had like some of the like I was a little confused by the overhead shot of the boat rocking. It just looked kind of awkward. It was hard. Maybe it was just me and my eyes like trying to like make sense of what I was seeing. So it could be my fault, but also like the one shot that I mentioned during the reaction where it was like the whirlpool was very like dark and like it looked like almost more realistic, kind of not exactly realistic, but and then we had this like bright like bottom of a ship with a guy hanging onto it, and it was just kind of like I don't know, it just looked really awkward the way that it was done. But other than that, the rest of what we saw was cool. I like seeing them, traversing through the waves, and it felt like they were going in like a rough sea, and it gave me these memories of when I used to go out into the ocean with my dad in a smaller boat and everything. So it was pretty cool and fun to watch. So, but really the last thing I want to bring up is he mentioned not really having like a passion and it being hard to make it in this line of work without one. And he didn't really have one until he met Boss Kajiki, who kind of helped him find his motivation and everything. And he talked about how he watched how like Kajiki worked and his passion and everything, and it got him interested. And I definitely get that. There's sometimes where other people's passions for something like suck me in and make me interested in it too, right? So like sometimes it'll be even in more specific of a genre. Like I play a lot of video games, so I don't need like enticement to do that, but there are some games that I don't normally touch and wouldn't normally touch on my own, but I'll be like on Discord with a friend playing it, and he'll be like, you can stream your screen on Discord and show people like, what you're doing, kind of like how you can stream on Twitch kind of thing, but to a private channel on Discord. And I'll just sit there and watch him playing the game, and he'll be like talking about it and everything, and like his passion for playing the game and having fun on it like sucks me in sometimes. And there's been a couple games recently that I've got on because of that, even though I never thought I'd ever play a game like that kind of thing, or not like that, but I mean, one was like Guild Wars 2, which I've played a lot of the other MMOs, and I love MMOs and everything, so it's not a big surprise that I'm playing Guild Wars, or I was playing Guild Wars 2. I kind of like went ham on it for a bit and then got distracted by some other games, but either way, but it was one where when it came out, I gave it like a really small shot and then never touched it again and never thought I'd touch it again until one of my friends started playing it a lot, talking about it a lot, like sending me screenshots, mentioning like some cool different features of it, and I was like, all right, I'll try it. And another one recently is called The Cycle Frontier, which if you guys are familiar with the game Escape from Tarkov, it's like in a way it's like a battle royale, but instead of the typical one where like the zone gets smaller and you have to be the last one alive, instead it's like you go in with loot already and you can loot other things that are in the map, and then you try to make it to, you kill other players and stuff like that and take their stuff, and then you make it to an extract and you try to get out with all that gear that you acquired, so that, and you can store it in like an inventory outside of the game and everything, that you can then take some of that stuff into other runs and everything. So it's similar to that game, but it's more of like a casual. It's still tough. You still can lose all your stuff when you die and everything, but I feel like it's not as hard to pick up as Tarkov is. I've played Tarkov for a while, but I never like got super good at it. And one of my friends was playing this one a lot, kept asking me to try it, and I kept watching him play it, and I was bored enough, so I finally started it. But I got on like a tangent. I apologize. My point is that sometimes I understand what Ikada went through, where he just saw Boss Kajiki, pursuing his passions and everything, and he's like, I wanna do that too, kind of thing. And I completely get it. Even if it wasn't something that he's dreamed about all of his life, he just kind of like discovered it because of the passion of this other guy. So it's pretty neat. I like when I can relate to revelations that characters have like this. So very cool. But yeah, we have the sister coming now. We're gonna have to deal with that. I talked a little bit about whether, are we gonna have to fight her? What kind of decision is Ikada gonna have to make? It sounds like she stayed in touch. Was it just to manipulate him, or was it because she actually cares about him? If she actually cares about him, will she respect the decision that he makes, or will it end up being a fight? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So I think with that, it's going to be the end for me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you guys enjoyed what you saw here. Get updates with new stuff that I release and everything on YouTube. And then there's also my Patreon, where you can get access to a few episodes ahead with the early access tier, as well as Patreon exclusive content. So check all that out if you're interested. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.